G'day viewers, I've just popped in to Woronora River. This is where I grew up, this area. Tide's fairly low at the moment, pretty murky after the rain, and had some fun times down here. Now the bridge at the bottom there, that's part of the sort of the original bridge, but it was a timber bridge, a rickety old bridge that we used to drive across there and go to Sutherland. And over the other side is a steep staircase that goes up to Sutherland via the cemetery, and we used to go up that way to school. My mum worked in the pub in Sutherland. And with the bridge, they've built this new bridge about 20 years ago up the top there, like a bypass. Before you had to come down the windy roads and go over the wooden rickety bridge. My dad used to drive a Coca-Cola truck part-time. He's also a country and western singer, and he used to come down here and come to our house. Bit of an effort driving down the windy road. It was all dirt back then. Hear all those cicadas, typical Australia. So this was all swamp and bushland down here, and we had one of the only houses. It was an old timber house, and we had an old rowboat, and Dad used to put the crab traps out overnight, and then we used to have crabs for breakfast. Great times. Now with the swamp, we didn't have a toilet or any services down here, except for power. We had some power. The swampland was along here. My mum and my brother used to take turns at emptying the thunderbox bucket down in the swamp. It was interesting. My brother used to take off with a rowboat and head out to a place called the Needles, which is further upriver, and there's all these caves up there high in the valley, and he used to go and stay there a lot. And my mum would go looking for him, and she'd take our other rowboat, and off she'd go and be yelling out, Ken, get down here and come home. Fun times, but until our house burned down. We lost everything. The fire brigade threw everything in the river, our appliances. We had no insurance because we were too broke at the time. And so we had to restart a new life in a different area. It's a nice little walk along here, but I'll go over the other side in a second. Behind here is Price's Circuit, and that's where we lived. And the only other place beside ours was on a bend at the end of the road, and there was an old boathouse there. You could hire out rowboats. There's now one on the other side of the river, which I'll show you in a second, and I'll show you the little footbridge which we used to cross over and jump off as kids. You do get sharks in here sometimes, but it's pretty hard because sort of shoals and sandbanks up further. This joins onto the George River, but it's pretty hard for the large fish to get through, and that's why low tide the fish get trapped in here and we have a field day fishing. So come along and I'll just drive up Price's Circuit and then I'll go on the other side. See you in a sec. So this is Price's Circuit, and as I said, this was all swamp and bushland down here. Had a lot of snakes. Just to go and catch them. We used to go down this hill in a billy cart, and there's a steep a hill up further where we did as well. My brothers and I. Look how much it's changed. This is a very expensive area now. And we had two blocks here. We're on the left hand side of the river, and the other block, vacant block, we had our horses, my dad's horses. As I said, he was a country and western singer. And he was also a drover up in Queensland. And it's just down here somewhere, I think. Haven't been here for a long time. Our place was just here, and on the bend here was a boathouse you could hire boats out from. So let's go across the other side, guys. See you soon. So I'm on the other side of the river now, and that is the Woronora River RSL. Now that was here back in the early 60s when we lived here. It hasn't changed that much. I mean, there's been a bit of a add-on on the left, and they've got a Lest We Forget memorial over there. Wow. And that's the new boat shed over there. Well, not new, but it's newer than the old one that we had on the other side. These houses are worth a fortune here. So let's head over to the footbridge. Hello duckies. Little family of ducks. Nice little play area they've got here now. This was all bush back then. And there's the footbridge, which we used to jump off. Electric barbecue. Got a fitness area here. Should have brought my sub down, but the water is a bit murky today. Tide's coming in, as you can see, by the flow. The wind's really coming up now. This hasn't changed much, but these used to be wooden rails. Which my head doesn't blow off. And this is all timber along here back then. Even the old gas line's still here. Oh, actually it's the sewer line. So we live just about where that small boat is there. And as I said, in a timber house. And the needles are up further up there, but they're up in the hills. If I recall rightly, they could be that hilly area up there, and there were old caves and there was Aboriginal markings there. Now this is where we came across, walked across here, and sometimes walked across the other old bridge, but then we'd walk up this steep stairway up to Sutherland. We had to walk through the cemetery, which is as a child was quite scary at the time. And up here, I won't go right up, but there's a primary school at the top of the hill. My brothers went there, my twin brothers. It's beautiful. And so we used to jump over the side here, up further, up there. And the school was up the top of that road, but that was all dirt back then. So guys, I'll do another video on this soon, and we'll look up, go for a drive up into that area, up into the heights. It's very exclusive. They do get bushfires down here sometimes, it sweeps through, and they are quite isolated, so a bit of a problem. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this short video, and I will see you in the next one. Hooroo!